Sometimes the reason that we don't make things better in our lives is that we're not even allowing ourselves to see that changes can be made, because to part of us, change doesn't feel safe. And maybe that we've been on this merry-go-round for so long that we don't even allow ourselves to see that there might be another way to do it. And so we want to be compassionate with ourselves about that. And we want to change that. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being. Even though it doesn't feel safe to change, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though it doesn't feel safe to make changes, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though it doesn't feel safe to make changes, and sometimes it feels so unsafe, I insist there's nothing to change, and that things are just the way they should be. And I don't even need to question that. And even though it doesn't feel safe to change, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved in this, because I choose to be that free. It doesn't feel safe to make changes. Change really doesn't feel safe. All this fear of making changes, all this resistance to making changes, and I may be resisting it so much, I'm not even allowing myself to see where changes could happen. I may look at certain areas of my life that I might acknowledge aren't ideal, but I'll insist it's nothing that should be changed. I may insist that it's nothing that can be changed. And so let's just stop talking about it, okay? But if I really felt that way, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now. Part of me knows that I deserve better. And part of me knows that more is possible. Part of me knows that changes could take place, and that I have what it takes to do that. And I've just been afraid. So when I try to make changes, or even if I consider possible changes, even if I start to do so unconsciously, I start to have a stress response. And part of me starts to run in the other direction, convincing myself that things are just fine. And if I really believed that, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now. Part of me knows I am a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. There is nothing that is too good for me. And so I am well within my rights to try to make positive changes. That doesn't mean I have to be miserable in the meantime. Knowing that better is possible doesn't have to mean that I should feel terrible about what's going on right now, that I should look around at my life and say, oh, I should feel terrible about this. I can't be happy until I make these changes. I'm giving myself permission to be happy now. I can be happy and still make positive changes. There are plenty of happy people out there, still making things better. I'm allowing myself to be one of them. I'm clearing that stress response, clearing that fear, so that I can see what I can change. And I'm setting myself free to do so, in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Lather, rinse, repeat as necessary, because as you make positive changes, that will benefit you and countless other people. It's a win-win situation. So thank you for being willing to go through this process to set yourself free to do that. When other things might get in your way, I'm here for you. Thanks.